Good morning, happy Thursday, and let's start this meeting.
Get busy in here, get busy in here. Yeah, my squad run deep. Yeah, we really in here. I swear whatever you want, you can get it in here. Comedy or the drama, it's a mixture in here. But you love it in here. Yeah, you love it in here. Got reviews up in here. We got stories in here. Hit the like, hit the sub, hit the bell. Oh yeah, 3 clicks like the shoes on Dorothy in here.
What's up, everybody? It's your boy BusyBlu, and I am back for another BusyBlu and Associates morning meeting. When you come in here, make sure you like, you comment, subscribe. Let me know that you're here. Say good morning, let people know that you're here. Again, these meetings are going to be starting earlier because the block is hot. Okay, so I want to make sure that we are all getting our information. I'm doing this one early and on Thursday because I'll be out of town tomorrow. So I wanted to make sure I gave y'all another video. I've been trying to keep up, but there's been a lot of work that I'm doing. But yes, welcome to the BusyBlu morning, BusyBlu and Associates morning meeting. And here you work for me. I talk about celebrity news, gossip, and hot topics that I think is interesting. And if you think some things are interesting, you should always send them to me at BusyBlu, no space, no E, on Instagram and on Twitter. Let's say good morning. Good morning to the people. Good morning. Good morning. Happy Thursday. Good morning. Good morning. All right. I gotta go into the office. So let me get some of this stuff out of the way. We do have snacks in the back, but I want to be very clear that we do not have them for the children. So as always, let's get into some of the company business. Now, I do want to start with someone's child, and we're not going to say the name of the person, but there was an incident that happened the other day.
But this is an alcohol bottle, sweetie.
Yeah.
I'm glad Mimi said check your bottle before we leave. Lord have mercy. What else is in here? You finna get your mama and daddy in trouble because this is in your book bag.
It's water.
Okay, Braylon, but this is an alcohol bottle, sweetie. I'm glad Mimi said check your bottle before we leave.
First of all, not check your bottle before we leave, but there was an incident where a young child did try to bring some Crown Royal into the children's unit. You know, we've been having a lot of problems down there at the children's unit. So we think we're going to do a revamping of the unit and making sure that we train properly. At this point, we do just have volunteers. You drop your child onto a volunteer because we want to make sure that you can still work. But bringing water in Crown Royal bottles is ridiculous. We did have to confiscate it because after certain amount of sips, we did realize that it could possibly be the actual Crown Royal. So we did have to confiscate it. We are doing taste testing right now of the bottle. So please bear with us as we go through that process of taste testing just to make sure. And we will start to do that more often for this child. So if she's bringing in sippy cups, if she's bringing in any types of juicy juices, we're going to have to start tasting her stuff immediately. Okay, so that was the first thing. And then we've been having some problems with some of the children not telling the truth. Okay, so this is another example. And it's been very horrible about how y'all children been acting. So let's get into this.
Chips in here? No. You sure? No. It's just sweet and heavy food.
It's just heavy food?
Mm-hmm.
Heavy food from where? I hear it rattling though. Why your stomach rattling?
Okay. It's bigger.
Because it's bigger?
I'm going upstairs.
Oh, you about to go?
Upstairs.
You about to?
Go upstairs.
I hear stuff in your stomach. Is that, what could it be? Can I touch it? Oh, sounds like chip. What's going on here?
My tummy's so big.
Your tummy so big. What's in your tummy?
Lots of food.
It's a lot of food. Oh, it sounds like chips. Is it chips in there?
No.
You sure?
No. It's just sweet and heavy food.
It's just heavy food. Heavy food from where? I hear it rattling though. Why your stomach rattling?
Because it's bigger.
Because it's bigger?
I'm going upstairs.
Oh, you about to go?
I'm about to go upstairs, girl. My stomach just too big. I just got too much stuff in it. It's too big. I have to go upstairs. Sorry, gotta go. See you later. So we will not be, because we have been having a shortage of snacks, and we were trying to figure out. That's what he was saying. He was, I just got a little bigger. Are you sure? Yes. He was. So the thing is, and this is what I'm afraid of when we start to have children, how adorable they are. And it's like, you just have to let them get away with this. But at this company, we don't like your kids like that. And there has been a shortage of snacks, okay, recently. And we have been trying to figure out who the culprit is. Now, I'm not going to say whose child that was, but you know who you are. You know who you are. And thank God security was able to stop him and at least talk to him, because that was footage from the cams that our security, they have cameras on themselves. So they can make sure that we know what's going on. And thank God the security stopped him and showcased to us this is what's happening. Because we brought it up in our security team meeting, that there's been a shortage. So we think that something's going on. Either someone's not ordering enough or someone's taking extra snacks. And one of the women, she let us know that she thinks that her footage will be able to showcase who the culprit is. And as y'all saw from the survey footage, we have caught the culprit. Okay. If you do see a child that's walking around just a little bit chubbier, please stop and frisk. We will start to implement a stop and frisk program. Okay. So I'll be coming up with what that will look like, what our strategies are. But if you do see a child walking around here looking a little bit bigger, please stop and frisk. To be honest, if you see some of your employees, stop and frisk them as well. Please stop and frisk. You say, excuse me, stop and frisk. Or if you feel uncomfortable stopping and frisking them, you are allowed to bring them to the nearest security guard. You know that we have at least one on every other floor. So please help us by doing a stop and frisk yourself. That way we're not overworking our security, because they got a lot of stuff they're already doing. But if you do not feel comfortable stopping and frisking, then please direct them to the nearest security guard, and they will be stopped and frisked for snacks. Just let them know, I think we have a snack culprit, and then that's it. And we'll tally up. You may get a 2 cent increase in your pay if the person actually does have a snack with them. So we want to thank you for your services and everything that's going on during this time. We know it's the holiday season. It's hard out here for people. Everybody is trying to just make it and get it how they live. But we just can't have people putting snacks and stuff and taking them from the company, because it steals from each other. You get what I'm saying? So thank God that security was able to stop that young child from stealing those snacks. And we will do a stop and frisk program. Yes. So it's been a shortage, Eb. It's been very, very difficult. Okay. Speaking of this economy, and I hate to showcase it, but I'm going to have to, because she's getting out of control. Good morning, Cloudy Ellen. Okay, y'all. So look, I was watching this clip today, and let's hope I don't get super chat's a great way to support the channel, just in case the view want to act the fool.
Every generation. But I'm sorry, if you only want to work 4 hours, it's going to be harder for you to get a house.
Oh, and don't mention 4 days. No, but
I feel for everybody that feels this, but I'm sorry. we busted our behinds. We had to bust our behinds because we didn't have the option
Y'all gave
of
us the
going
housing
back.
crisis, though.
We
But
didn't- listen, we had all kinds of stuff.
no, it's true. But I mean,
Not
the
a
one thing I'd say is millennials are statistically the first generation that's likely to do worse off than their parents. That's
You know what? That's what they said to us as well. Every generation is told you're going to do worse than your parents. And you know what? People pick it up and they do what they do and they raise themselves. And this is.
It's given pick up by your bootstraps. It's given pick yourselves up by your bootstraps. What's up, Mims? Mims says that the minute anybody's frisk me, I own the diner. Excuse me. This is a part of the program. You voluntarily get that. Wait. I'll work on that later. That's stuff for school. But this is a volunteer program. We already do have your 401k, and you all do have full access to your 401ks. Remember, we do a 0.1 match to whatever you want to share. So if you all want that money, you can always go and get it. There's a 0.001 match. I know. And some people are excited about it. I think we may be going next year, and this is just a holiday surprise because Thanksgiving's coming up. I think we may be going to a 0.002 match, but stay tuned. When I watched this clip, though, the clip was more so about how the younger generations, which I think that's why I have a lot of feelings, and these are some of my feelings, and I'm not going to get political. They started to do this this abortion ban, in my opinion, because rent too high, the cost of living too high. And this younger generation is saying, I'm not going to pay. Okay. And I'm not going to bring a child into this. I could barely afford me. I'm not going to bring another child into this world. And so some people started to ban abortions, in my opinion, because it seemed like, well, the people are not having kids and we still need kids. So they're not going to change the way that they operate. And making sure that, life's not so heavy or burdensome on Americans. It's just easier to just say you have kids. I think that's one thing. Two, I don't think this generation is lazier. I think they're not taking the craziness that some of these other generations used to have, like inequity clauses, like child labor. Whoopi Goldberg was sounding like, when I was 6 years old, I was working at a factory. Yes, ma'am. And that actually was a problem. That actually is a problem. These young kids have no idea. I used to have to walk 70 miles to school. Yes, and that's inequitable, and that's actually very crazy. And it's a public school, and now you're walking hours and miles away. That's actually not a good thing. And you're looking at the way that progress has been made because of the amount of accountability that this generation is now putting on politicians, the amount of accountability that they're putting on their districts and their government system. And you're looking at it differently. First of all, you work what? How many days the View was on? 5 days a week, maybe 4 for 1 hour, and they give you cue cards. Don't act like you doing all that, girl. And then acting, don't you get like a stint of a job? You have a job for like 6 months because you're filming, and then you go back. Stop trying to act like you just was this hard, just this generation that they just will never know. There's been so many advances because of the mistreatment that you, as even a Black woman, have faced. And that's why this generation still feels it's in. I hear a lot of parents sometimes say it's entitlement. Oh, good job. Sorry, my godson, he got a B on a B+ on his test. So shout out to him. Put your B's in the comments for him. I'm so excited he got his test results today. But they call it entitlement. I think it's just like, I'm not taking your BS. And I think she was wrong in saying that if you only were to work 4 days a week or 4 hours a week, and then maybe you won't be able to get a house. Actually, houses cost way more money now than they did They was barely trying to give y'all acres and a mule. Like, get it together. And I don't know when Whoopi Goldberg started becoming so unattached, but it's really bothering me. These kids are messing up the company there. Good morning, Patricia. Whoopi is so tone deaf and far removed. And it's getting bothersome to me, Veggie Lock. I'm not understanding when she started to become that. And this, even her saying that, is really bothersome to me. There's been so many advances in technology and equity laws, inclusion laws, that and just civil rights or regular human rights. People don't need to be overworked and underpaid and then also still be expected to just live life on their little means, while we're giving tax breaks to rich individuals, and there's young people out here trying their best to make it. The jobs are saying you need to work 90 hours, but we're not going to pay you more. And then, but they still want you to try to get a house, a car, get your credit up, get everything. You got to pay your student loan debt. You got to pay car notes. You got to pay rent that's not actually going on your credit report, or a rental housing history, which could showcase that you can pay on time. But let's not talk about that. They have all of these laws and spaces that are minimizing, keeping you down. We're giving more money to banks and capitalists that are making sure that they keep more money and make you pay more money. We have Walmart out here who has employees that are actually taking financial assistance from the government. The people aren't lazy, they're fed up. You need 1, 2, 3 more jobs. That's why, it's frustrating to me because I don't think anybody should have to live like that. It's this grind culture that people have had to start to accumulate to start. I got to do this. I got to do this. You got to have all of these means of income, because in this moment of time right now, if you're not like Generation X or whatever was the one before us, and they already have their experience and their degrees and all of that, and they can go to a job and get 200,000 easily. The people are minimizing you. They'll say, I need 50 years of experience, 3 or 4 years, and you just get out of college, and then they're only going to pay you $50K. The people are working. They don't need to be overworked and enslaved. And the problem is, I think Whoopi Goldberg came from a time where the workers' rights sucked. Workers' rights sucked. Life sucked. And now it's better. And now you're seeing these young people reap the benefits of the changes that have been made. Because I'm sure you were tired back then. I just can't. A little off topic. Would you be watch the BB finale tonight? Yes. And are you rooting for anyone? Matt. I want to say I'm rooting for Matt. I haven't been watching the show anymore because they got boring. So Whoopi is only there to be old school black woman point of view. I mean, that's what it sounded like at this point. Oh, the bees. He shouldn't be watching this show. He should be going to school. This generation has more choices. Yes, but improved choices. Y'all know I'm not from that culture of, well, I had to slave and stress, so you have to slave and stress. No God. No God. I didn't think it was right for me, so why do I think it was right for you? It should be right for you. It doesn't make sense. Child, don't get me started on, well, I have really good health insurance, but I'm saying most regular people have more than one job to even make it much. Child, y'all see, I'm sitting here trying to do this video, and then I still got to go to work, try to do another video after that. You have to have so many things in order just to make it by or improve life. I told you, me and him, we're trying to plan weddings, but weddings cost a whole lot of money, or a ceremony costs a lot of money, and then we're trying to go into the adoption space. That costs a lot of money. You need so many different incomes. Because when you're 2 gay males, you got to prove that you can do it a lot more. It's a lot. You got to grind, you got to hustle, you got to have all of these things. And Whoopi it came off tone deaf. It did not work for me. Now, I said, I would never work for Whoopi. I think she thinks she got a whip out. She also came from a time where a high school diploma will get you a livable wage, right? And that doesn't do that anymore. Okay, if you are not, if I'm going to be real honest, sometimes it's hard to eat. It's not even sustainable in some of this economy for you to even obtain your high school diploma. And then do they look at GREs, GEDs less than they do high school diplomas? And now you got your high school diploma, you felt like you could be able to work and live a good life. And now it's like, nope, you need your bachelor's, but then the bachelor's is about to strip you of so much money. Some of these girls, it's taking everything in me not to go back to school and become a nurse. Because at this point, I know I just got 2 more years that I need to do and just become a nurse. Because the nurses, they doing well. Okay, now it's money, a lot of money that they got to pay for, but the nurses are doing well. Mim said people were so upset because Heavenly Soul told you that she's trying to be. I saw that so let's get into some of the stuff that's happening at BravoCon. Let me read a couple of more of these. A lot of older generations get mad for wages change. Pay rate was trash back then, and even though some places have improved pay rate, the cost of living is so high. Exactly. And I think what's also different is that y'all remember they used to give out what was it called? Why is it blanking on me? Because I don't see it anymore. Is it pensions? Like companies used to say, like, we're gonna take care of you. Like, and once you're done and you retire, you good. Like, I don't even think a lot of companies even do that anymore. They're like, I hope you putting into your 401k, okay, and you paying your taxes because we're not helping you anymore after this. And some companies used to really help you thrive after you've done so much work for them. Now you should just be able to live comfortably. You got people now working up to their like 80. Why do you have to be a Walmart customer greeter at 85 years old? You could barely walk. You sitting in a wheelchair saying welcome. Because the people don't have enough. They're not paying enough. And then they want to dox you and all of this stuff. Whoopi Goldberg, you sound stupid, in my opinion. My generation has no savings, are investing in 401k, making $100,000 a year, but travel every other month, are buying Birkins, living in the moment. But the thing is, you should be able to just live life. At this point, it's really like struggle. I see why the scam. Y'all remember I got scammed when I went to Atlanta. I see why the scammers doing it. So let's get to something that I wanted to see, y'all. And again, super chat's a great way to support the channel because I don't know if it's about to be taken. So I told y'all before that on the Bravo, the Paramount app, y'all know BravoCon is going on, and throughout that time period, they've been doing different episodes. Clearly, I'm not at BravoCon. But throughout those time periods, they've been doing like episodes, and people are asking questions, and people are showing up. They've been doing episodes on the Paramount app. Well, I'm saying Paramount Peacock app. It's because I do so much stuff for Paramount. The Peacock app. And every episode, Andy has like a different nightly show that he's doing live. I think we only get glimpses of it. But this last one was like a question and answer of everybody who's like a shade assassin. I don't know who this white lady is. Like, I don't know. But she had a question for Candace. And I'm gonna discuss what Candace's answer was, but then also who this white lady and why you got so many feelings.
Wanted to come back to Potomac and do the whole thing. Would you stay on the show, or would you throw a royal hissy fit and be like, it's me or her?
Good question.
That's a good question.
It is.
Yeah. Well, I don't run scared from any bitch. So if she had the qualifications to return, which currently she does not, then we could have a discussion. But as it stands now, no, thank you.
I mean, how much longer will you?
What did you say? What did you say?
So, one, who is this lady and why is she so mad? That's my first question. Who is this lady and why is she so mad? She said, "Is Candace bleaching?" No, you know, dark skinned women when they get blonde hair, they like. I feel like we're just looking at contrast, and sometimes it just looks dark. But Candace black. But I love how Candace is like, if Monique had to come back, I mean, I'm gonna deal with what I gotta deal with. Who cares? Which is very different from, you know, Candy Burris Tucker, who was like, I don't want to see Phaedra. If she comes back, I'll never be around her. Now I'm so embarrassed to be white. Don't do that. But for then the woman to be like, well, Candace's response is, well, I'm not gonna run for her. So if she had the qualifications to come back to the show, which she does not, I'll be okay with it. And then the lady says, well, how longer will you? Whoa, who are you? Who are you? Well, who are, and why you got so much from my my good Judy? Like, why do you have so much energy for her? That's my good sis. I'm here for her. Who is she? Candice, Wendy, and Karen need some backup. They keep adding to the loser squad. They do need some backup. And you know what? I would love to see Monique back so we could drag her even more. Y'all know it's Street Fighter Samuels. Oh wait, what's her last name now? Can somebody look that up and send that out to me? That woman was vile. Who was she? And why is she so mad? Good morning from Colorado. Good morning. I like Candace's response. Yeah, girl, you heard that lady. But did she? What'd she say? What'd she say? Symmetry said pensions were a huge benefit. You're a little behind Symmetry, but yes, they were. All right, so I'm okay with that, with her coming back. I don't know how y'all feel about if Candace, if Monique came back to Potomac, and then if Phaedra, which I'm sure she's not, because she said Atlanta's a sinking ship, came back to Atlanta. I'm okay with those people coming, because I feel like we still need, those stories have not ended yet. And we still need them to end. I think we need closure from a lot of those stories. And I feel like we were cheated out of the Candy Phaedra situation. That would have been a good season. Because they all attacked Portia that season. Okay, you deserve some discipline for what you did to Candy. Okay, that would have been a good season. Now both of them on the outs. Freaking frack whack. I would have loved that. Now Sheree would have been on their side, but you know we would have had to see how it goes, and we needed a little bit of closure from that. And I feel like we were cheated out of closure from that. That was right. How much longer if any of these ladies have a qualification? To be honest, you know, you go to Bravo, they say Bravo, they'll take your marriage down. So you become a housewife, you're not a housewife anymore. Let me go to the last thing, and then I'm gonna get out of here. I wanted to talk about Young Jeezy, but I'm gonna skip that. I think what is shocking though to me right now, and this is from Hollywood on Lock. They're trying to now charge the co-captain for third-degree assault, which is so weird to me. Now, y'all remember a few months ago, there was the infamous Montgomery Riverboat Brawl, where there was a party of white individuals who parked their small boat at a station where it looks like there was a dinner cruise or boat was supposed to dock their boats. So the co-captain got off so that he could help to alleviate some of the stress and make sure that they just knew that, hey, these are the rules. We're trying to park here. We need you to move your boat. But it didn't happen like that. Now they're charging him with assault. And I think there's a news clip here that I can show you. Give me a second.
After the Montgomery Riverfront Brawl, charges have been filed against the Riverboat's co-captain. Online court records show Damian Pickett is charged with third-degree assault. CNN is reporting that in a new complaint. One of the original defendants, Zachary Shipman, alleges he was not attempting to fight Pickett, all during an argument over a dockside parking spot. Shipman says he was only defending himself and suffered a bruised cheekbone after Pickett punched him in the face. That altercation quickly grew to an all-out brawl, all captured on video, igniting a social media firestorm. Shipman was previously charged with assaulting Pickett and is scheduled to go on trial later this month. He has pled not guilty. Pickett has not yet entered a plea. 3 months after
he should plead not guilty. This is crazy to me. This is wild to me. The fact that they are trying to charge him. We've watched that video. I mean, I don't know. Raise your hand. Raise your hand in the comments if you watched that video over 10 times. I watched that video at least 100 times and from different angles. That man was attacked and he retaliated. Now, I'm not an attorney. I wanted to be one, but I'm not one. So I don't know what third-degree assault is. I guess right now, let me look it up and see what third-degree assault is. Engaging in non-consensual contact with an individual through the use of strangulation, suffocation, or the infliction of a serious bodily harm. I mean, if that is what it is, then he did do that. If that is what it is, but let me look at in Atlanta. Where was this? Montgomery. Let me look and see what it is in Montgomery, Alabama. The elements of a third-degree assault charge in Alabama are that a physical injury took place and that a person with an intent or with a reckless or negligent conduct created a physical injury. Third-degree assault in Alabama is considered a Class A misdemeanor in the highest degree. He didn't do that. He didn't do that. So where I live, he did do it. Where they live, he didn't do that. He didn't do that. He didn't do that. He did not do that. He was self-defense. It was self-defense. He was defending himself. But your mama, the caucasity. It's really ridiculous. It's too much. It's too much. See, a lot of people watch this a lot. He was assaulted and he defended himself. That's it. So for him to now get charged, it's crazy, y'all. Let's make sure that we continue to stay in solidarity with everybody who may be charged or was involved in the Montgomery Brawl. Now, over here at BusyBlu and Associates, BusyBlu, I do not condone violence in any shape or form. But that man was defending himself, so, we'll see what we can do. All right, I'm about to get out of here so I can get ready and go into the office. Y'all tell me how y'all felt about some of these stories and episodes. Do y'all feel like Whoopi Goldberg is untouched, is out of touch, and she really just doesn't understand what life is like now, and she's speaking out of turn? How do y'all feel about Monique coming back to Real Housewives of Potomac, which I'll be here for it? And how do you think? What do you think about Candace's response to her being open to it versus Candy's response about not being open to Phaedra coming back? Because I mean, Candace was like literally physically assaulted, and Candy was just slandered. I don't know, just slander, because slander is actually really bad. And then how do you feel about them trying to sue the co-captain who was attacked? It's really crazy. I love each and every single one of y'all. Hope you have a really good Thursday. If you all want to know more about me and everything else I've going on, you can find me on Instagram and on Twitter, BusyBlu, no space, no E. You can also find me on Twitch, BusyBlu, where this is definitely streaming right now. Nobody was told to log out today. See, y'all been on y'all P's and Q's. Y'all been in y'all P's and Q's. And keep doing that today. I'm about to go get busy, and you all stay busy. Until next time.